And that, of course, is where we are going to begin with last night's presidential debate. I'm sure many of you saw it. Both presumptive nominees were hoping to shake off concerns over their age and their fitness for office. But President Biden failed to land any knockout blows, and his stumbling performance is raising a lot of alarm bells for many Democrats this morning. There are even some reports that many are now calling for him to step aside and let someone else be the Democratic nominee for president. Our chief White House correspondent, that's Nancy Cordes, is in Atlanta, where the debate took place. Nancy was there. Nancy, good morning. It's never good when members of your own party are basically saying, Houston, we have a problem. Good morning.
Right, Gayle, and they are using words like disappointing and painful to describe what they saw last night. Some of them think that President Biden still has an opportunity to rebound, but others worry that last night's performance was a sign of things to come. And they're starting to ask whether there's anything the party can do, whether there's anything the president should do between now and Election Day, just 4 months away. From the very start of the debate, it was clear something was wrong.
You know, the fact of the matter is that
It wasn't just the president's voice, weakened by what aides described as a days-long cold. It was also his answers, which sometimes meandered or trailed off.
making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Trump seized on this halting answer about immigration.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
The president's struggles drew attention away from a blizzard of false claims from Donald Trump on health care.
I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors.
On his economic record.
We have the greatest economy in the history of our country.
On his legal troubles.
He indicted me because I was his opponent.
And on abortion.
He's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
That is simply not true. We are not for late-term abortion, period.
By the end of the debate, panic was spreading through the Democratic Party.
That was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain.
I do think people feel like that we are confronting a crisis.
Even the vice president didn't sugarcoat it.
It was a slow start. That's obvious to everyone. I'm not going to debate that point. Ultimately, this election and who is the president of the United States has to be about substance. And the contrast is clear.
Both candidates provided some truly surreal moments, like this exchange about Trump's hush money verdict.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now. Having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
I didn't have sex with a porn star.
And for voters who worry both men are past their prime, this clash about their golf games was not reassuring.
I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to turn.
Let's not act like children.
Some Democrats are now openly musing about whether it is too late to replace Biden on the ticket. But California Governor Gavin Newsom, who may have presidential ambitions of his own, said, quote, "You don't turn your back on someone because of one bad performance." In the end, though, there's only one person who could actually make that decision, and that's Joe Biden. Nate.
And we'll talk about that in just a bit. Nancy, thank you.